October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And we are about to get saucy in the fight against breast cancer.
And this is Chick to Chick.
All right, as we mentioned, we know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we all know women who have been affected by this disease. Some have not survived, and others not only are surviving, but they're also thriving. And I love that. They're not saying survivors anymore. They're saying they're thriving. I love that.
Well, and there is a company, we are in Pennsylvania, and there is a company that really showers a lot of love into breast cancer for this month. And we thought it would be a great opportunity because they have something really special that they do. It's the DelGrosso Foods. And if you've ever had their sauce, chef's kiss.
Oh, I got to give you a little story.
Okay.
DelGrosso's sauce. This is the only sauce that comes in a jar that my Italian immigrant mother will eat. That's how good this stuff is.
She listens. And
she
so
does.
She's going to enjoy that we said that. We are so lucky today because we have Denise DelGrosso Gilliland with us today. Denise, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. First of all, how cool is it that you have been able to do this in this state and across the country, really, with your family's business?
It's really exciting. Thank you so much for having me on. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is near and dear to my heart, as is my family's, because we have so many breast cancer warriors in our family. And it's just a great opportunity for us to kind of use our company as a platform to raise awareness because we have so many family members who have been touched by the disease.
And you're being a little shy here because you were also touched by this disease. Tell us your story.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I am actually, September 2nd was my 14th survivor anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And like you said earlier, surviving and thriving, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I come from a long line of breast cancer warriors in my family, including my father. Most people don't think about men having breast cancer, but as we're in Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I use this as an opportunity to talk about male breast cancer because my dad had the disease twice.
And that is something that is often overlooked. We don't even,
Absolutely.
as you mentioned, we don't even talk about it. How have you used the company to promote breast cancer awareness and raise funds? I know you've incorporated your sauce into this, and the different sauces have different names and different stories. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So one of the things that I get to do to raise money for Pink Power is I host cooking classes called Cook for a Cause. And of course, I use our family sauce and I educate people on the sauces and how to use the different sauces. But because we're talking about breast cancer awareness, I'll just share the first one. This is called Aunt Marianne's Sunday Marinara. All of our sauces are named after family members. We have a photograph on the front. And because this is my Aunt Marianne's, when you turn it around to the back, you can see her family photo. I don't know if you can see that. But Aunt Marianne is the oldest member of my father's generation. And the marinara happens to be our number one seller. And she was a breast cancer survivor, first diagnosed in 2000. So she is a 23-year breast cancer survivor. And so we use our marinara sauce, and I teach people how to use the sauce in different dishes. But I also highlight the fact that she's the oldest and first to be diagnosed on my dad's side of the family. And I'm going to show you another one. This is Uncle Fred's fireworks sauce, and this is our hot sauce, like an arrabbiata. And my father Fred's photograph is on the back. And so my family owns an amusement park in Tipton, Pennsylvania. And my grandfather bought the park in 1946 as a place to actually make the sauce. And so that is back in 1947 is when we started making sauce for grocery stores and restaurants in the area. And now we're in all 50 states, and we're in 8 foreign countries with the La Familia DelGrosso line that I just showed you. That one we launched in 2006.
What have you seen from the community as you've done outreach like this with everything you all have gone through?
We have seen tremendous support from the community. They look forward to our events year after year. They can't wait for our cooking classes to start back up. I was really doing a lot of cooking classes up until COVID. And then when COVID hit, we had to back off for a little bit, and then we just haven't had the opportunity to launch them again. We do offer cooking classes as an auction item for our Pink Power event. And so there'll be a 3-day virtual auction, October 11th, 12th, and 13th, surrounding, the day before our big event, October 12th, and the day after. And so I just actually did 4 cooking classes in August, and they were the auction winners from different organizations in our community. But people really love rallying around a great cause. And I just feel like it's the silver lining to my breast cancer, because I turned a negative into a positive. And how can I get people together that I can use our sauce company, use Pink Power as a platform to talk about breast cancer? And we have fun. I love bringing people together for a variety of causes. And I just feel like it's a win-win all the way around. And so it's just a great opportunity to bring people together.
It is a great opportunity. Now, you showed us 2 sauces, 2 different stories. Do you have other sauces with other flavors and other stories attached to those?
We do. So this one is Aunt Linda's Classic Alfredo sauce. And Aunt Linda is the second sister to be diagnosed in the DelGrosso family. She was diagnosed in 2003, and she's still surviving and thriving and doing really well. This is our only non-tomato-based sauce, and we actually just built a second factory. Our factory that we've had from 1979 until the current time in Tipton, Pennsylvania, makes all of our tomato sauces. And then we just built a second factory that we're going to be making our Alfredo sauce. And we just had a ribbon cutting ceremony a few months ago, and we're really, really excited about that. Back years ago, fat was bad, butter was bad, cream was bad, and now people are realizing that it's not so bad. So there's a really large demand right now for the Alfredo sauce, which ironically isn't Italian. Alfredo is Italian-American, but people in America love their cream-based sauce. So this is a really, really popular item. And right now you can't buy this in grocery stores in central Pennsylvania, but very soon you'll be able to.
Now, see, I know you're a real Italian, because real Italians know that Alfredo is not something that real Italians cook with.
I had no idea. I mean, it's like, I guess whoever came up with Alfredo sauce just hijacked the Italian thing.
So let me give you a little tip. If you go to Italy and order chicken Alfredo, they're going to look at you like you have 3 heads.
No, they're going to just look at me like you're a stupid American.
Well, that too. You said it. I didn't. They're going to look at you like...
Now I know.
No.
This is so wonderful that you're doing all of this. And you talked about the whole cooking for a cause. Is this something that people can get involved with virtually? How can they go to these classes?
I feel like I need one of these classes.
I think
I need one of these classes.
The only time that I've done a virtual cooking class was my friend Jill, who's a teacher in Halifax, wanted to do something exciting for her students during COVID. And so I actually did a ravioli dish with them and little pepperoni pizza cups where you put slices of sandwich-sized pepperonis into muffin tins and fill them with sauce and cheese and whatever toppings you want. And so I did that through Zoom with her second graders, and they loved it. There was actually a student who had an apron. She showed up. She actually asked for the grocery list ahead of time, and she and her mom went to the grocery store, and she stood there while I was teaching the students how to cook, and she was cooking right along with me. It just touched my heart. So maybe that will be something that we can do in the future. But for right now, we don't do them virtually.
I think she needs to do some virtual classes.
I think I've had her food, and I'm telling you, it's amazing. Denise, I like to ask this of people who really are in the community taking the things that have gone terribly wrong or wild in their lives, and they're putting it to good use. But for the people that are listening right now, and there could be a woman or a man who's really struggling with either they have breast cancer or someone they love, what message do you want to impart to them?
The first thing that I tell everyone is be strong in the face of adversity when you hear news like you have cancer. Just know that there are so many people who have traveled down that road before, that they're not alone. I would first have them reach out to their doctor to ask if there's a support group in the area, because that's really, really important, that you can be in a circle of women and men who are going through the same thing that you're going through right now. And even though every cancer is different, it kind of unites us when we all hear that same word, you have breast cancer. So support group, I think, is really, really important. One of the things that we do at Pink Power is we provide survivor guide books to newly diagnosed patients. And that's really, really important that we can reach out to them. They have it's their Bible of information that kind of gets them through choices for surgery, choices for treatments. And of course, your doctor is going to be guiding you through all of those steps. But this book kind of goes beyond a lot of that and even talks about life after cancer, and your partner and your family and how they can help you with your cancer diagnosis. And so I always write a special message inside of each book, and I say, you are brave, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are a survivor. With love and blessings of hope, Pink Power.
You have said those two big words several times, Pink Power. Mm-hmm. You've got a big event coming up on October 12th. It's called Pink Power. Tell us all about it.
So I founded Pink Power in 2017. And just in 5 years, we raised $500,000 for local breast cancer patients in need. And the one thing that our community appreciates the most is that the money we raise for Pink Power stays here in our community. Our beneficiaries are WellSpan York Cancer Center, UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, Penn State Cancer Institute, and Vinnie Myers, who's a world-renowned tattoo artist. He has an organization called Pink Ink Project, and our proceeds go to him as well. So this will be our 7th event coming up. And so far we have raised $674,000. But it has definitely been one of the greatest blessings of my life, creating an organization that allows me the opportunity to give back to our community and help breast cancer patients in need.
And what is going on October 12th?
So we have a theme this year called the Best of Broadway. And we have some Broadway stars coming in from New York, and we have some local talent as well. We have John Cudia and Kathy Boydko, and they are husband and wife, and they were both in Phantom of the Opera. He was Phantom and she was Christine. Mm-hmm. So they will be singing All I Ask of You while the York Symphony Orchestra plays for them. We have about 50 members from York Symphony Orchestra who will be doing live music that night. We have Vanessa Sears coming in, who was part of the show New York, New York, and she will be singing that iconic song as well. We have Michelle McConnell, who was the longest running Carlotta in Phantom of the Opera history. And she's going to be singing a beautiful song from Finding Neverland called All That Matters.
Can you give us the website one more time where they can get tickets?
Absolutely. You want to go to pinkpoweryork.org. At the very top of our website, you'll see the front of the invitation, the back of the invitation, and right underneath that, you can click on the link for tickets. So the doors open at 5 p.m., and the event goes from 5:30 until 9. And then we have a 3-day virtual auction that you can register on our website as well, starting October 11th at noon and going to October 13th at noon.
Denise, it sounds like an amazing event.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful what you are doing with your sauces to raise money and to help breast cancer patients. And so thank you for everything that you've done and what you're doing. And thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks, Denise.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
I mean, this is
great.
Great show. I want to say that I want to honor a family who just recently lost their daughter, a wife, a mother from metastatic breast cancer. If they're listening, they know who they are. And to all of those out there who are fighting, Denise imparted some really beautiful words to those who need it.
You need support. You need, again, this disease doesn't just affect one person. It affects the entire family. Mm-hmm. And to have that love and support, you can get through this, you can do this, and you can win and be a thriver.
Thriving.
Not just a survivor, but a thriver.
That's right. We appreciate you being with us today. Do us a favor, head over to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe until we are back to chirp about another topic.